Breaking news, Who Dat Nation. Something massive just leaked from the Saints' war room down in New Orleans, and it's got the entire fan base holding our breath. Whispers of a last-second move right at the buzzer, shaking up our offensive line like a thunderclap over the Superdome. A key veteran, one of our foundational pieces up front, the kind of guy who was supposed to anchor this rebuild, just got shipped out. No warning, no build-up, just pure heart-pounding drama as the trade deadline slammed shut. You can feel the tension rippling through the streets of the Crescent City. Our crew in the trenches is buzzing, and trust me, this one's got layers that'll keep us talking for weeks. Stick around, because what happened next? It's the stuff of legends or nightmares, depending on where you stand in Saints Nation. If you're a part of the real Who Dat crew, the ones who bleed black and gold through every gut-wrenching loss and every hard-fought win, then hit that subscribe button right now. Smash the bell, join the family, because this is where we get the raw truth straight from the insiders, no filters, just pure passion for our boys in the Big Easy. We're fast, we're fierce, and we're packed with all the emotion you deserve as a diehard. Don't miss a beat, Saints Nation needs you in the fight. And the man at the center of this storm, Trevor Penning. Yeah, you heard that right. Trevor Penning, our former first-round beast, the left tackle we drafted with dreams of him protecting our quarterbacks for years to come. According to the wizard himself, Adam Schefter over at ESPN, it hit at 3:58 p.m. ET, just 2 minutes shy of the deadline chaos. Deadline deal, Saints are trading OL Trevor Penning to the Chargers. Per source, Schefter dropped like a bombshell. Our own Nick Underhill from New Orleans. Football jumped in quick, confirming the madness. Can confirm the Saints are trading Trevor Penning to the Chargers. Will be for a future pick. Ian Rappaport from NFL Network piled on later, revealing the haul, a 6th rounder in 2027. Not exactly fireworks, but in this game, any pick for a guy who's been in the doghouse is gold. Picture this. The front office, Mickey Loomis and his squad huddled in that dimly lit room, phones buzzing like mad as the clock ticks down. Earlier in the day, we already sent Rashid Shaheed packing to Seattle for some future assets, quiet like, but This was the sneaky dagger, the under-the-radar play that caught everyone off guard. Penning, who we grabbed 18th overall in 2022 out of Northern Iowa, the kid with the massive frame and that small school fire. He started strong, but injuries and inconsistencies piled up, missed chunks of seasons, bounced between tackle and guard. This year, with Jake Heener or whoever under center in a rookie setup, he was barely seeing snaps. The buzz about trading a lineman had been simmering since summer, but Penning's name, it flew under the radar like a ghost in the bayou. Now he's Chargers property, heading to LA, where their line's been battered like a ship in a storm. For them, it's a low-risk gamble on upside. For us, it's a reset button, but man, does it sting. Let's dive deeper into this whirlwind crew. Rewind a bit. Penning was supposed to be our cornerstone. That 6'7", 324-pound frame drafted to lock down the blindside after Ryan Ramczyk's wear and tear. But reality hit hard. First year, he played 11 games, allowed 3 sacks in limited action, showed flashes but struggled against speed rushers. 2023, a foot injury sidelined him for 11 games, brutal. This season, with the Saints scraping by at 2-7 or whatever the scoreboard says, he's been a healthy scratch more often than not. Enter the trade deadline and boom, New Orleans sneaks in this deal like a pick-six in overtime. The impact? Immediate and raw. Our offensive line, already a patchwork quilt of youth and grit, now shifts gears. Without Penning, we're looking at rookies like Kelvin Banks Jr. Sliding to left tackle, maybe Dylan Radun stepping up at left guard. He started 2 games this year, played in 7, knows the ropes. Center Luke Fortner holds the middle, Cesar Ruiz anchors right guard, and Talis Fuaga mans right tackle when he's not nursing bumps. It's a young crew, full of fire but green as the Irish Channel. And with our signal caller still finding his feet, no longer backed by that number 2 weapon after Shaheed's exit, every snap's a battle. Stats-wise, Penning's Pro Football Focus grade hovered around 60 this year in spot duty, not elite but serviceable. The Saints get cap relief too. He's a free agent after this, so no long-term ties. But emotionally, it's like losing a brother from the trenches. The locker room feels it. Guys hove battle beside him, now wondering who's next. Loomis called it a salary cap move, long-term vision in a rebuild year, but fans are left chewing on the why. Why Penning now when the record screams for more aggression? The Chargers, desperate after their line got pummeled. Think Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater banged up. They see potential in a guy who dominated in college. For New Orleans, it's pragmatic, shedding dead weight for a distant pick. Yet in the heat of the moment, it feels like waving a white flag on contention dreams. The energy in the Superdome. It's shifting from desperate hope to calculated rebuild. Our O-line allowed 28 sacks through 9 games, 3rd worst in the league. Penning wasn't fixing that alone, but his departure opens doors for youth to shine or crash. Either way, the fight intensifies. Now let's talk about you, the heart of Saints Nation. The reactions pouring in since Schefter's tweet, pure fire, split right down the middle like the Mississippi on a foggy morning. On one side, the optimists, the rebuild believers, they're cheering this as smart business. Finally, some cap space and a pick, better than nothing for a bust. One fan posted on the boards, echoing the sentiment from the diehards who've watched too many high picks fizzle. They point to Penning's journeyman status, drafted high, underperformed, now 24 and still raw. Who Dat needs future assets, not has-beens clogging the line, another said, firing up the thread with emojis of picks raining down. It's tribal pride in the long game, trusting Loomis wizardry after years of cap voodoo. These crew members see the 6th rounder in 2027 as a lottery ticket, maybe nets a sleeper who turns into a starter like past gems from late rounds. But flip the coin and the critics, they're raging like a second-line parade gone wrong. Why stop there? We're 2-7, bleeding talent, and all we get is a 7th round afterthought. Screams the doubters, their posts laced with frustration over missed opportunities. Names like Chris Olave or our pass rushers get thrown around, why not shop them for day 2 hauls? The polarization hits hard, older fans reminiscing about Breeze-era glory want all-in moves, trades for vets to salvage the season. This feels like quitting on Dennis Allen's watch, one heated take read, calling out the front office for timidity. Social media is a battlefield, Twitter threads dissecting every snap Penning missed, Instagram stories with memes of him walking off the field after that Giants win now flipped to Charger colors. Podcasts are lighting up, insiders debating if this is the first domino in a fire sale. Some fans rally the young blood, Raidunts to the rescue, let's build through the trenches. Others mourn the what-ifs, Penning had upside, we gave up too soon. It's raw, emotional divide pulling at the fabric of our nation. Unity in the pain, but fractures in the vision. Who's right? That's the fire fueling the next practices, the next games. This trade isn't just roster math, it's a mirror to our soul as fans. Peering ahead, this move ripples through the bayou like a gator's splash, changing the Saints' DNA for seasons to come. Imagine the vestiario, Penning's locker empty, his energy, a mix of quiet intensity and that underdog spark now redirected west. The young guns step up, fueled by necessity, their belief tested in the fire. Words like fight and heart echo in huddles as coaches preach resilience. For the offense, it's a double-edged sword. Lighter line means more speed, but vulnerability to blitzes that could sack our rookie QB's dreams. Hope flickers, Banks Jr. At LT, Fuaga holding RT, Ruiz the rock in the middle. If they gel, we surge. If not, the season crumbles like beignets in the rain. Long-term, that 2027 pick joins a draft cupboard that's sparse, giving Loomis ammo for the rebuild. Salary cap freed up, maybe $3 million post-June 1 designation, easing the postseason crunch. But doubt lingers, did we trade away a late bloomer? Penning in LA, facing Justin Herbert's protection needs, might thrive under Jim Harbaugh's tough love, proving us wrong. For Saints Nation, it's a call to arms, embrace the youth movement or demand more aggression. The energy shifts from desperation to determination, heart pounding with every snap. We fight on, believing in the black and gold magic that's carried us through Super Bowl highs and playoff heartbreaks. This isn't defeat, it's evolution, igniting a new chapter where underdogs rise. The Superdome will roar either way, our crew unbreakable. So Who Dat Nation, what do you make of this Penning trade? Smart reset or missed chance at glory? Drop your takes in the comments, let's debate like family. Hit subscribe if you haven't, join the real crew fighting for every yard. This is Saints News straight from the source with the voice of the crew.